kidding, Toby. Alright, we'll have to get Toby. We can do that now, I suppose. We also have to go... So we have to go back there anyway. To deduct the symbols of the broken pot. And we gotta go talk to everybody. Update some stuff. So, with that being said, let's go get Toby and get that done. Go back to Baker Street. I don't believe there's any more evidence that is needed from here. I could be wrong. But thinking about it, I think... Oh, right, shit. We'll get Toby and we'll be there. Last time I got Toby last, just about. But we can still do it. Like, it didn't, like, make a crucial change. So... So yeah, I'll look at the archives. I gotta make a trip somewhere else as well. We'll bring Toby back there. And then I'll get the rest of those.
This is where I keep my post.
Okay, so... Symbol on the broken pot. I remember this. I think it was under newspapers. Pretty sure. Here it is.
That is not...
No. That's what they wanted, though. Technology, history, botany. Maybe it is under not newspapers, but research. Poisons and toxins, wounds, criminalistics, martial arts, marks and symbols. Here we go. Members of the syndicate worship Triwan, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
We'll find it. Alright, the symbol.
That...
There you go. Seymour's Garden. Garden equipment and supplies. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape, gardening, and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sand, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need.
Here it is.
So they just bought from that one. Alright, now this is in the newspapers. The Divine Syndicate Club followers of the God King Triwan, situated on 48 Grosvenor Street, or Grosvenor, I can't remember, Carlton Row, protectors of plants and more particularly trees, are currently the subject of an administrative investigation. Leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against the inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organization, which has given its goal the defense and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representations of the opposition party.
Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
He was a bitch. That's all they have. Now we're going to get Toby, and then we'll have to go to the Divine Syndicate.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do.
I love his
Let
little
us
blanket.
Go to Kew Gardens.
Allow us to go to Kew Gardens. We'll check out the Divine Syndicate later on. I think Miss White might be back. I'm not sure. Come on, I know you want to load. Toby doesn't add that much weight to the carriage. Sorry guys, really, I am. I'm all stuffy. It's not a pleasant day for this. I was way better yesterday.
Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
Alright, Tobes. Toblerone.
Search, Toby. Search.
Yes, Mr. Sherlock.
Toby doesn't sound like that. I love the big floppy ears. Toby's a basset hound, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Some goodies. Someone hid something in this hole.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes.
With some gold
a tiny
dust.
caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden.
I'm sorry.
At the bottom of a bottle.
More information. So I can go do the experiments here, I think. Actually, I don't remember. Alright, we're not done. Either is done. Oh! Just kidding. That was stupid. We should be able to get in here.
Locked.
Not anymore. I hate how he does that. It's locked.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Okay, work desk.
A glasses case. It is empty. A thesis written by Martin Hamish. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
So Martin Hamish had a clear view to the Colonial Collections room.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing, but it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens. This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
Okay, that deducts that. Oh, diplomas. I don't remember. I don't know if I looked at this.
Master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish. An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year.
I think I missed these last time. I don't know. Maybe I picked them up. I can't remember.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
Let's just troll them and open something up, you know? Alright, let's proceed. And what do we have here? A bust of Montague Dunn.
It is a bust of Montague Dunn. I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
Of course it will.
Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
No kidding. So that was in the Colonial Collections room.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
So yeah, Miss White is supposed to be in this room. Or this one, sorry.
Locked.
Not this one. This one. The seed house.
Open.
There she is. Let's just do a bit of looking around first.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Oh, these are the gloves I looked
These
at.
leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. Materials for college study. They belong to Albert. This place serves as Albert's office.
Yeah, I knew I checked the gloves.
A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
That was his passion, and Daddy took it away from him. Motive?
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
I love how she doesn't question anything. I'll be long to talk to her in just half a second here, just looking around. I can't remember if there's anything else. She's a very charming girl. Charming young lady.
You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you, too. But...
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Let's do a profile first. Alright, first off, she's got them cock-sucking lips. No, I'm just kidding. She had a... Gotta look at her finger. There it is. Not married. You can read the outlines, too.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh, yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
He does not sound like a good man. He sounds like an ass.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
See, I feel so bad for Albert because she used Albert to get this stuff from Dunn. From Montague Dunn. You know what I mean?
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although
'cause he got
did behave
tits.
harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
That sucks.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Thank you, miss.
Okay, we're done with that for now. We have to go... Oh, shit. Oh, well. We have to go to, talk to Albert and, Martin again. Sum up what we found. And then we got to go to the Divine Syndicate. So we'll talk to Hamish right now. We understand what you're after. You know, I think these plants are done, buddy. Maybe move on. Too much water isn't good for them. You don't want to drown them, do you?
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
Well, it bores
He
me,
was.
too.
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, For example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert.
Because he doesn't
That
know
is,
about plants.
Except for Miss Margaret White.
Fuck.
Who was such a nice lady, and who always takes pity on Albert.
Maybe she should take pity on his dick instead of fucking using him for his father's money. God. That's just what I get from
Miss
it.
White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Bullshit.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Fuck, man.
Are
I
you
could go on a
aware
rant
of
about
the
that,
Divine Syndicate?
but I won't.
The
Keep that
divine
shit to
what?
myself.
Is
It's
this
about
a
personal
joke?
work.
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
There is a bust
Oh.
of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
One sec.
A bust?
You keep talking, old
Oh,
man.
that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
I see.
Come in.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing.
Didn't I
Further
already just
proof of
ask
that
him about
outrageous
this?
ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
Fragment.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently.
God, I hate people that talk shit. Like, I'm
Thank you,
trying.
Mr. Hamish.
You're
We
making
shall-
yourself look more and more like a suspect, you idiot. Anyway, Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Dunn, who had taken the credit for all of their work, which he did. Hamish wished to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens, but he knew that that would not be possible with Dunn still alive. Lot of motive here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing there, okay. Alright, let's go talk to Albert about what we found. Then we gotta go analyze the... No, we have to... I'll take a visit to... Albert, what's up, buddy? Take a visit to the Divine Syndicate.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
I guess it'd be the hopes.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Thank you, young man.
Alright, so we have another deduction. Albert had a motive to kill his father, Montague Dunn. Dunn had thwarted his dream. Possible there. Alright, let's take a look at what we have to do now. So I have to do an analysis. Let me see. Last time I went back to the shop, I went back to Baker Street, but maybe I could do it here.
This?
Maybe not. Okay, that would have been that would have been awesome. That way you don't have to go back and forth. But anyway, let's head on over to the Divine Syndicate and see what we can find.
Toby will wait.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure Toby will be fine. He's a big boy. Little Toby. I've actually seen people smoking pipes lately. It's actually really funny. Well, I saw this kid like a few weeks, like a week or two back.
This place is beautiful, Holmes.
We were at a friend's
Its
birthday.
atmosphere
I'll shut up for a
is
second.
remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
That hippie there. Anyway, it was my girlfriend and my friend's birthday party. And we were out and about at night, and this kid was probably younger than me. I'm 23 years old, and he looked like he was about 20, and he was smoking a pipe. That must be the new hipster way, but he wasn't. And this was like roaming the streets of like the nightlife avenue. It was really funny. I was like, that makes no sense, but it's funny. He's piping it like a boss.